section. Good morning, guys. This is me again. I'm gonna read a chapter out of my book. This book is called I Am Pheonix. Although it's Christian, in a lot of the contexts, I think the goal was to reflect on life and see what kind of truths I can apply that I've learned through the Bible and apply it to life and kind of see how I can make it work. I am Pheonix. I started writing this book as like I'll meet you at rock bottom is what it was called. I had to include my display of marijuana. Bam, the art, the book. I'm about to do some live reading. Let's see. Okay, this is chapter 1. I'm Pheonix. So what started out as a guide to kind of troubleshoot our way from another form of rock bottom turned into something more of an optimistic message, right? So the rising again, the getting back up, the not staying down type of thing, right? And so I think with intentions, that's what this book is about. There's a foreword. I'm gonna skip that. We're gonna dive into chapter 1. The foundation, a message for leaders. Every leader understands the importance of a foundation. There are moments in life where we find ourselves at the lowest point imaginable, a place where it feels like there's no further place to fall. For some, it's a result of high-stake decisions gone wrong, a path that, once promising, leads to unintended consequences. For others, it's a gradual realization that despite all efforts, life has not yielded the success, meaning, or fulfillment they expected. Rock bottom is a reality many face, no matter how high they've risen. The descent into rock bottom is often driven by something deeper, self-loathing disguised as ambition or self-reliance. Even for those who have tasted success, there's a powerful irony. At times, the more we achieve, the more we can become trapped by our own destructive patterns. Many brilliant minds have found themselves in the pit, often driven by unchecked desires or misguided priorities. The sad reality is that even when blessed with privilege, opportunity, and resources, self-destruction can still follow. In these moments of defeat, we are offered an extraordinary opportunity, a chance to rebuild. As leaders, we know the importance of a solid foundation, and at times, rock bottom is precisely that, solid, unshakable ground upon which we can start anew. It's the place where we are confronted with the reality of our choices, and where we are given the chance to decide, will we continue down the path of destruction, or will we rise again, stronger and wiser? These chapters are pretty short, so it's almost done. At rock bottom, God offers the same message to all of us, regardless of our rank or station. Ask and you will receive. Seek and you will find. Knock and it will be open to you. Distracting. Sorry. I'm trying to be kind of more open dialogue with how we make content, right? So I'm at my computer doing a book reading of some printouts. This is sometimes as technical as it gets. Take two. At rock bottom, God offers the same message to all of us, regardless of our rank or station. Ask and you will receive. Seek and you will find. Knock and it will be open to you. The solution to rising from the lowest point is not found in a new strategy or a different path to success, but in returning to the foundation of truth, humility, and purpose. Even for those in positions of power, self-destruction often comes from ignoring the principles of moral and spiritual integrity. Leaders are no exception to the laws of cause and effect. When we sow seeds of corruption, greed, or neglect, we eventually reap the consequences. The man in our story had followed in the steps of his criminal father, laying his actions with self-hate and creative destruction, hurting not only himself but also those around him. He thought that success could be achieved without integrity and that his actions were justified, but the result was the same, rock bottom. Leadership requires hard work, but it also requires wisdom. We often operate from a place of ignorance, thinking we know what's best, but ignorance is not bliss. It's the precursor to failure. Leaders must be informed, not just by knowledge of the world, but by timeless principles that guide moral decision-making. What we ask, when we ask, is God good? Why do we suffer? Why are we poor and struggling? The answer lies not in the circumstances, but in the choices we've made. God desires the best for his people, but he will not force it upon us. The abundant life begins not after death, but here and now, the moment we choose to align ourselves with principles of love, service, and wisdom. The abundant life God offers is not reserved for the select few. It's available to all, from those on the front lines of leadership to those struggling in obscurity. The key is found in the one thing, accepting the gift of Jesus Christ, who came not only to save us from eternal death, but to offer us an abundant life here on earth. This gift doesn't require us to perform or prove our worth. It's a free offering available to anyone who chooses to accept it. As leaders, we are called to more than just success. We are called to live lives of service. We are called to live lives of service, to elevate those around us, and to build a legacy that is rooted in truth. Jesus Christ, through his life, death, and resurrection, modeled that true leadership looks like. Humility, sacrifice, and victory through service. Humility, service, and victory through service. His work on the cross is the foundation upon which we can build not only our lives, but also our leadership. There is no greater example of strength than the King of Kings, who gave his life for those who did not yet even understand his love. The abundant life God offers starts here, whether you're at rock bottom or at the top of your game. The principle remains the same. We must build on the foundation of integrity, humility, and service to others. And when we do, blessings that follow are not only for us, but for everyone we lead. It's time to rise. Let's get to work. I got the shivers. It's been a while, you know. A, it's kind of crazy that I think like this. B, life has kicked my teeth in plenty of times and humbled me and took me through many forms of rock bottom for me to actually have sat with it long enough to be like, you know, let me figure this out. What if somebody else needs a kind word, right? And what we've seen is we've gone through some dark times, spiritually dark times. politically, a lot of war stuff, the threat of World War III, um, just not even locally, the small bullshit drama that we have between ourselves, but just altogether as humanity, there's a lot of chaos going on, and I'm sure there's a lot of people who need some hope. And this book, and that was chapter one. They're short. It was like what, four pages, 5 pages. But they're short, but they're they're to the point. I don't want to waste your time to give you the medicine, which is the hope, the chance of a resurrection with and through some proper information. Not just this, but the Bible, meeting your maker. You know, sometimes we have to go within ourselves to meet our maker, and therefore ourselves, because we are designed beings. And I don't know, unfortunately, we're intelligent enough to question our designer, you know. As we kind of fear the same with AI, right? We fear that it'll start being too smart and it wouldn't need us and this and that. But humans are AI's maker, and humans have a maker, and that's why we're always searching for a bigger meaning to life. Anyways, some of my insights. The book is free on my page. It's $250 as a hardcover because I technically don't want you guys. I don't want heaven to get too crowded, so we gotta pace ourselves. I've treated plenty of you pretty badly, and it would be pretty awkward if I run into you in heaven, because then I'll have to apologize. But yeah, for some of us, I'm the villain in your story, but I won't see you in heaven, so that never matters. Yeah, check out my book. That's hella mean. Sorry. Like, where's the limit on some truth, really, right?